We had the opportunity to visit a traditional Sri Lankan village, and they took us there in a traditional transportation way.
It was a little bumpy, but we enjoyed the ride.
So we were in the back of the wagon pulled by the two cows.
And then so from here, we kind of stopped and took some pictures just so we could give you guys a chance to have a look at what it looks like. And we're actually cruising down here before we pull over and stop.
So then we had a chance from where the cows parked. We had a chance to walk down to a pond or what do you call it? A lake.
It's a lake.
A lake, not a pond. And we weren't exactly sure what was in store for us for this tour. We didn't know that we were going to be going on the cows, and we didn't know that we were going to be visiting this lake. But they wanted to show us another mode of transportation, I suppose. So from the cows, we walked down to the lake and then got into a boat to cross the river, and it was a traditional boat.
Yeah, I think it's cool. All traditional, obviously. Here's the guy back here. Dorothy's taking a picture of him, and he's actually rowing the boat. I had the opportunity to row a little bit myself, or paddle.
Paddle.
And then so once we got out of the boat, we walked through the woods and came to this amazing village.
And these women were so nice to us, and they just were busy in the kitchen from the time that we got there. Right here, she's washing the lentils. So they are demonstrating to us or showing us how that they make the food, the traditional Sri Lankan meal, from scratch.
And you know what's interesting is this is how they still eat. This is how they cook. This is how they prepare the food. It's not like I've been to those other type of tourist types of villages, and they don't exactly live this way.
That's right.
In East Sri Lanka still live this. Like, look at the way she's cutting that. Was that a garlic or no?
It was a garlic, a clove of garlic, and she was cutting it on the knife like that. And we asked, why you cut it like that? She said, well, that's the traditional way. That's what we do.
And so those are curry leaves right there that she's taking off. And then she has, you can see she's cooking on like an open fire stove, which was so cool. So right here, these are actually going to be our plates. And this little girl here, she was pretty cool. Very humble, very grateful for us to be there. And she's slicing these. What kind of leaves were there?
Coconut tree? No, banana. Banana.
They're banana leaves?
Banana leaves.
So these are banana leaves here. And she's basically slicing these off the stems to create plates for us. Super cool because they're clean, they're biodegradable, they're bright and green. I really enjoyed using them as plates because many times you use paper plates or either, these are traditional.
Styrofoam sometimes.
Styrofoam. Again, these are traditional type of plates that they put on top of, I'm not sure what those are, clay plates maybe?
And then the mom, she took us outside and showed us how to huck a coconut. So inside of this coconut here is the brown coconuts that we see like in the grocery stores most often, but you have to take that outer layer off. So she has a tool there that's in the ground, I suppose, buried in the ground that takes that off.
Yeah, that's specific for the coconut, so that's what she's doing here. We asked her to pause for a second so we could take a video of this. And so that's all she's doing. She hucked it, I suppose you could say. She cut it open, and they're actually going to throw the coconut milk or coconut water away. And we said, no, we want to drink that. And it's just because it's so abundant. They use coconuts for everything, so they don't always drink the water. So they were going to throw it out or dump it out just so they could use the coconut meat.
So I didn't know that there was like 5 different types of coconuts, but this one here is the brown coconut that we would see at the grocery store. You can see. And this is the way to shred the coconut out of the shell. So that's what I'm trying right now, and you can see that I'm super slow.
But it's a cool experience. So that's another little tool that they use. This is our friend Dylan, who we came with. He lives in Canada but grew up in Sri Lanka. And as you can tell,
he's much better at it than I am.
Dylan actually told us he won some kind of competition for doing this quickly.
doing it the fastest, scraping or shredding the coconut. So this is the traditional tool, and what's cool is Dylan's mom actually has one of these tools. He bought her a more modern one, but she likes to use her traditional one.
And this little girl, she's pretty good at it too. But this is, you know what's so interesting to me is that this is how they live. This is what they do. It's not like a tourist attraction or I suppose like they brought us there, but this is how they cook and prepare their food all the time.
Papadum!
So these are papadums. We really enjoy them. They're almost like they're like a chip. That's
Yeah.
They pretty much fry them in coconut oil, and that's what they look like when they're done. They're crispy and crunchy, and we really enjoy them.
So you eat those alongside of curry and rice, and it's just so delicious. And it's so interesting how they do everything with their hands. Like you can see here, these are chilies, and this is a traditional stone that she's going to soon. You'll see she's going to I don't know. Crush them. Yeah.
She's crushing the chili. So this is they actually still use these tools. So you can see how well she uses it. Yeah, obviously she uses it every day. So these are just chilies they grew outside. They showed us where they grew them, and she's just crunching them down so fast. Look at her hands. That looks like it's in fast motion.
And it's not in fast motion. And what was crazy to me is that she touches the chili with her fingertips. For me, if I touch the chili with my fingertips, they would burn. But she's just so used to it that it doesn't burn.
So she's going back and forth with a few different things. That she's gonna mix that chili with rice and coconut, isn't she?
Not rice.
Sorry, not
just
rice.
Coconut.
That's
so
coconut.
You'll see here now she's crushing the garlic up, and she's gonna mix the garlic in with the chilies. We asked her to make it not so spicy, and this is the coconut here. And I don't remember the name of this dish, but it's a traditional dish that's served with a lot of curry.
Yeah, so this is so cool. What's amazing right here, at least to me, is that this is how you it's almost infused. Like for us, I feel like when we put spices on top of our food, it's on top of the food. But this here, she's basically like grinding the flavors into the coconut. So that's why their flavors are so amazing.
Yeah, so this one we really liked, and you can see all the work that goes into it. You have to open the coconut, shred the coconut, crush the chilies and the garlic, and it's all done with your hands, which is so super cool to us.
And why this one is a little bit different is because there's nothing like for us, we go to the grocery store and we buy these things or we buy packaged food, and here, as you can see, she's gonna cut the tomato
on the knife.
On the
Ah,
knife.
it was so scary.
So all these are homemade. It's all homegrown. It was amazing, and the food you're going to see here at the end was incredible. It was unbelievable.
It was so delicious, the food. Yeah, she threw those tomatoes in with that coconut dish, and we had never had that one before, so it was nice, and we really enjoyed it. She's squeezing some lime on there, and their fruit is so fresh. You can see how much lime came out of that one fruit, and I feel like when you buy in the grocery store, you squeeze in a couple little drops come out.
I know. See right here, she's mixing with her hands, and I'm not sure, I didn't realize that Sri Lankans still eat with their hands. So that's Dylan, he has to taste it. But they actually eat with their hands, and they put the flavors together. They squish it together in their hands while they're eating.
So this is the finished meal. You can see all of the different dishes that they made, and it was so, so delicious.
Let us know in the comments if you have tried a traditional Sri Lankan meal.